So hello friends, I am Neeraj. Hope you are doing great. And continuing our session from yesterday, so I believe you might have installed all the required softwares which we require for our mobile app development. And we actually need only three in majority. So we need, if you are building, if your target device is Android, so we will need Android Studio and Node.js and OpenJDK 11 version. And if you are targeting for iOS development, we will need Xcode actually. So we will see that in some other time, because we are using Xcode. So we need to do the development on a Mac device and not on Windows or Ubuntu or Linux. So but right now, like since I am using Linux, so we will be concentrating on Android app development. And but there is nothing much difference in between app development. I mean, as per the from developer perspectives, there is no difference. So only a configuration level changes. So that we will see in some other time after the end of series or in some other session. And OpenJDK 11 is required. So here you should also go with OpenJDK 11 version, because it is clearly written here that you may encounter problems using higher JDK versions. So actually in my case also I had installed latest OpenJDK, and that is my own experience that for me it was not working. So I had already downgraded it to OpenJDK 11, and now that all the things are running fine on my machine, and I am pretty well to perfectly I can write and build and deploy a APK file, right? So once you complete all these settings, and this is, by the way, this is their documentation page, reactnative.dev docs/docs. So this is the #1 resource for ourselves, and we will be coming very frequently to take the reference about the syntax and other terminologies and concepts, right? And moving on, so next I think we will also need to have a look at the Android Studio, because we need to we need to actually configure few things. So let us see that. And Android Studio. So open the Android Studio. So this is their UI, and here you can see my Android Studio is open, and we will actually need Android Studio only for the few settings, and otherwise we will never come here. So that is not required. So first we need to actually set up few tools. So first go to this is from the tools menu, go to SDK manager, and it will open a few SDKs. So here you can see a well-defined list. So actually this list defines that you are targeting for which Android versions. So right, for me I am targeting to my app to be to perfectly work well on Android 9, 10, 11 and 12. So you need to check this out, and just check whatever you require. So there is a download icon over there. So just check and click on apply, and it will do the rest. Okay, so nothing to worry about. And secondly, this is the one configuration. Second configuration, we need to have a device, right? So that when we build our application, so it will open a device emulator. So that thing we can configure it from device manager. So again go to tools and click on device manager. So it will open here. So here you can see I have already configured a device of Pixel 4a. So for me I am going with 4a, because I think this is my view. You can go with other things as well, no worries. And by the way, let us first click on this create device. If you need to add a new device, or so you need to click on this button, create device, click on it. It will open a menu, open a window, and here you can select the hardwares. So for example, if you are targeting to a phone, so you can select Pixel XL, 6 Pro, Pixel 6, 5, 4a. And if you are targeting to a tablet or a Wear OS, so you can do much more things. So that you can, I would suggest you to give it a try and play with one of them, and you would be perfectly well about it. Okay. So for me, like I have already explained that I went with a 4A mobile, cause reason behind of my thinking was, if application, cause 4A is also popular among many users, and many users still they are using 4A even in 2023, sorry. So I think like if your application is well enough to, I mean, you should give it a thinking that what would be your users. So your application, your app should be a optimum one, so that it could run on a moderate older, not older one, rather a moderate aged devices as well. Okay. And now, so enough thinking, so let us close this Android Studio. So there is not needed actually, and we have already created a project yesterday. So this is in our directory, so dive into this directory and open VS Code. So it will open my VS Code, and here you can see like in today's session, let's try to understand the folder structure, the directory structures, what is needed. So here you can in the left, in the file explorer, you can see this .bundle. So we don't need to worry about that. And then Android directory and iOS directory. So basically these two directories are holding our Android or iOS specific configuration settings. So we will need to do some tricks only when at some later stage of time, when we build and when we build and when we release our application. But otherwise, and we will not actually do any coding inside these two folders. And similarly, node modules is Node.js module folder, and gitignore is there, and Ruby is also there. So we will be more focused on this app.tsx file, and by the end, and this index.js file. So we will be doing our coding inside app.tsx. So this is the file actually. You can think of it like the entry point or a bootstrap one. So this is whatever code resides in our app.ts, or actually you can go with JS as well. So there is no limitation. You can either use TSX, TypeScript, or you can also use your JavaScript, plain JavaScript. And if you have a past experience of React.js, so that would be definitely good. But otherwise, if you don't have, so don't worry. So we can cover each and everything, right? So in this TXX file, so this is the default code. So we actually don't require, so we will write our own stuff. Okay, so let us delete it. And first thing first, so we will need to import something. So by the way, there are like if you have seen my one other video where I talked about extensions I use, so I'll show that to you. So this extension, please install that. So this will help you a lot. So this one ES7 React Redux. So this will definitely help you a lot in writing the code snippets and other utilities, right? So here we can go with RNFS. So by the way, this will create a template for us using style sheets. So just click on it, and you can see we need to import something from React Native. So it imported style sheets, text, and view. So don't worry, we will talk each and everything at later on. So we can say in every programming language, definitely first thing we right, is hello world, right? So let's save it, and now we will try to run it. So for running it, the command is pretty simple: npx react native and start. So click on it, hit enter, and we need to select the device because we are going to use on Android. So we will we will click on press A, and it will open our device emulator. Okay, so it is building, and here you can see like our first program is running fine, and we are able to see the text hello world which we wrote. And so this is really literally good. And one more thing which you might require many times, so that is a very handy, and if you need to anyway, however React is already using Watchman. So if you do any change in your code, so definitely it would be reloaded. But if in case by any means if it gets stuck somewhere, so land onto your terminal console and just press R. So R stands for the fast reload, so your application would be reloaded instantly. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this session. So we will try to, definitely I do understand that since this is a new concept for us from being into web development, so we will proceed step by step, and in the next session, so we are going to improve this landing file, and we will do much more coding here, and we will also we will also try to organize our code in a modular file structure. So we will see that in coming sessions, right? So till then, take care, bye bye, and happy coding. And if you have any confusion or query, so don't worry. So I do understand, so it would be definitely we will cover each and everything, so don't worry that. So till then, take care, happy coding, bye bye.